who's just starting out, how should they manage their wealth?
So I think managing wealth is more like an outcome. It's an effect. One has to focus on the causes. One of them is to earn more and frugal, and three is asset allocation. Other three principles, if one has, then one can go a long way in building his or her own wealth. And then 40% of your income per month
Okay.
needs to go in savings.
Okay.
To ultimately build great wealth typically happens only in two ways. One is out of ignorance. A lot of times something has been bought and then you see it after 10-15 years. Equity as an asset class per se is understood to be the best asset class for investment purposes if you get things right.
Okay.
Someone like a very big name के लिए HNI is at 500 crore.
Okay.
For younger companies like us, for us HNI could be a 50 crore also.
Okay.
Yeah. For example, 10 crore. No financial institution or government can have a right how much ever debt can be there in the business.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that in
Even
India?
today.
Oh.
But people don't know.
Hi all, welcome to the Strategic Pulse. I'm your host Sudarshan Praveen. Today we have Kharanshu Parikh as our podcast guest. He is the co-founder of Ekvity, which is a wealth management firm based in Mumbai. In this episode, we will deep dive into the wealth management industry, understand the importance of wealth management, various sound financial principles which all of us can follow, and much more. Stay tuned and watch the entire episode. Thank you. Hi Kharanshu, welcome to the show. For all the viewers who are watching you for the first time, can you tell us what do you exactly do and how did your journey get to you co-founding Ekvity?
So hi Sudarshan, and thank you so much for inviting me. It's a pleasure, and I look forward to sharing whatever learnings or the journey I have. So we founded Ekvity in 2015, and so it's between me and my co-founder Smith Javeri. We are two of us, and we've been together since pre-primary.
Oh.
So pre-primary, school, even college.
Oh wow.
So stayed 20 years with him, and technically stayed more with him than even my wife. So and we used to always discuss stocks, and we used to converse. Both are from commerce background,
Okay.
and it so happened that one fine day we just thought, he already was with EY, and he quit and he started something on the wealth side. A year later, he told me that, hey, let's join hands together, and I was like, oh wow, amazing, and I took that opportunity, and in September 2015. So we are in our 10th year.
Okay.
So on 15 September we founded Ekvity.
Okay.
So that's how actually it happened. A lot of it is serendipity. I don't think so when we were in school we ever thought or discussed, or even for that matter when we were in college, कि यार ऐसा कुछ करेंगे एक दिन साथ में. It just happened, and it's just friendship that culminated into something even on the professional side.
Okay. And what does Ekvity exactly do?
So we are into wealth management. So just to go back, equity, the word means, ek means one, and with means finance in Sanskrit.
Oh.
Which is kind of synonymous to equity, which is again our core forte. But we are registered with SEBI as investment advisors. So we are RIAs.
Okay.
So license people to assist you on your wealth creation and preservation, assist you on the asset allocation, the entire gamut of asset classes that are there today, how much percentage needs to go to which asset class, when to slightly increase some allocation, so on and so forth. So today it's a full stack wealth management firm. Our vision is to be a multi-family office investment advisor.
Okay.
Yes.
So in today's age and time, why do you think wealth management is important?
I think wealth management per se is was important at any point in time, and so it stems from money. So money, I don't think so. Money has never been important. Maybe the means to do business were different. Maybe barter, and then money came in, your coins and all came in. But if I have to look at just from a societal lens today, uh, all of us are being very aspirational. We want things where experiences really matter to us, and that's where wealth comes in. If you want a holiday and want to spend some time in a nice place, and I'm not talking about outside India, but even within India, to a good hotel, good destination, you're going to need wealth to have that kind of freedom to go and spend that kind of money. Today, if you want to go to a Coldplay concert, which are going to cost you 40,000-50,000,
Right.
you're going to need some money in your pocket or
Right.
some wealth behind. And Morgan Housel of Psychology of Money puts it that wealth is something that you could do, that yet you can't see.
Right.
So you need that something which you can't see. It's like I have your back. You can go and live life, enjoy things.
So, for someone who's just starting out, how should they manage their wealth?
So I think managing wealth is more like an outcome. It's an effect. One has to focus on the causes. One of them is to earn more, and that happens through investing in your own self, in your capabilities, and that's where you keep on investing, and then you reap the rewards, whether it is in your professional journey as an entrepreneur or you are working somewhere. And the second part is obviously to be frugal and save. So these two are very important steps to first understand that what is the kind of earnings that you've got, how much are you going to be able to grow it, and then what percentage you're going to save, and then how much you're going to invest, and the outcome is going to be your wealth getting built over a long period of time. It's nothing short term, right? So there's delayed gratification. It doesn't happen
Right.
immediately.
Are there any sound financial principles which everyone should follow irrespective of their income levels?
So the thing I mentioned, like, and Charlie Munger puts it up amazingly, that you need to keep on investing in your own self. You need to get 1% better every day.
Okay.
So either it's by skill building, by reading, that it's each to its own. That sort of a scenario. But that will help you earn more. So the first principle is to earn more. Second
Okay.
is to be frugal. And by frugal, I don't mean spend less, but spend within your means. Enjoy life is very important. I think our generation and the times to come, the thought process is going to be very different than our parents per se. And the third is managing and not managing, but allocating the assets well. What happens is, in a quest to earn more at times, where we see an opportunity, तो यहाँ मैं पूरा पैसा लगा देता हूँ. That shouldn't be the case. It has to be across asset classes. There has to be discipline in maintaining them and following what is the plan that you've got. So earning more, frugal, and 3 is asset allocation. Are the 3 principles if one has, then one can go a long way in building his or her own wealth, and then reaping the rewards after say 10 years or 12 years and so on.
So when you say frugality, how much percentage as a proportion to their income should they save? Is there any rule of thumb as such?
So I think a lot of personal finance books have been written. I have kind of not read them per se, to be honest. What I follow and what I ask even the clients to follow is 40% of your income per month
Okay.
needs to go in savings.
Okay.
The rest 60%, maybe can go through to your EMIs, travel, school education of your kids, or something wherever you want to spend, going out, partying, or some kind of experiences that you need to have. But 40% is what I follow per se, and ask my clients to follow as well.
Okay. Have you seen amongst your clients any common money mistakes which they have made, which you would like to highlight?
So, make money mistakes per se is, I think, all about a journey. So everybody who starts investing typically makes the same mistake at the start.
Okay. Which are?
You want to get rich fast. So you want to attribute it to some other very risky products. Listen to a hearsay that something
Tips
is
and
going
stuff.
to go,
Yeah,
tips and all.
yeah.
So that everybody has, and including me.
Right.
Trust me, that's a
Yeah.
part of everyone. Not everyone, but maybe 80-90% who want to build their wealth have gone this way.
Right.
So that is the second part. Third is buying some products which actually don't suit your risk profile or your investment horizon or any of your needs. Like buying products which may have a lock-in. You may not understand it. You just went and trusted somebody and you bought it, and then you realize, oh, it's a 5-year lock-in, it's a 10-year lock-in,
Right.
something of that sort. Or say a particular fad is going on right now, okay, and just for the name's sake, I'm not saying it's a fad, I don't understand it, but crypto, for example, you just invest without understanding a lot of nuances around it. So those kind of things all of us commit, and why am I just generalizing them is they are all behavioral mistakes. If you actually go to see somebody who wants to ultimately build great wealth, typically happens only in two ways. One is out of ignorance. A lot of times something has been bought and then you see it after 10-15 years. You might lose money also, but that if you've invested in a company which is decent and where you can see it like an HDFC bank every day, and it's not a recommendation,
Right.
but you can see it every day, invariably, 8 out of 10 times you could make money out of that. Even Peter Lynch kind of says. And second is by through voracious reading or something of that sort. But then again, that is subject to analysis paralysis at the end of the day. But there are only two ways to make money.
Okay.
And majority of the times I've seen a lot of layman, like someone like my father, made a lot of money out of ignorance by just buying things and keeping them. Yeah, some were duds, but some made a lot of money for him, which compensated for a lot of other things as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I actually wanted to ask you, what's your view on crypto? Like you mentioned that it's a fad right now, and in fact, crypto has gone to almost $1 lakh plus now. So there is a lot of regulatory issues around it as well in India.
Right.
So what's your view on it?
So I mean, as I mentioned, I just took the name of crypto as a fad because that's where the fan following is there, or that's where the crowd is going. I actually don't know if it is a fad or a fundamental. I don't understand it, so I've kind of stayed away.
Okay.
I don't think so I've even read 5-10 pages on crypto per se.
Okay.
So I don't have much to talk or share, and it'll be wrong if I just share on something which I actually don't have good knowledge about.
Okay.
So I'm way away from crypto as of now.
Okay.
Someday I might read up things
Okay.
just to learn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So our viewers also consist of entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs. So we wanted to know, how were your early days like in Ekvity? How did you go about acquiring your first few clients?
So I think communities really help. I belong to Gujarati community,
Okay.
where through word of mouth, the word spreads really fast. And if somebody has a good experience, they wouldn't mind recommending it to their friend or anybody relative. So it was word of mouth.
Okay.
It was two young guys starting, so there is that slight empathy quotient comes in, that hey, let's give them a push. Also, the second big thing, I feel Mumbai as a place is always about opportunities.
Absolutely.
People don't mind even if you're young, but you can deliver,
Right.
they'll trust you.
Yeah.
You don't need to have grey hair or you don't need to go bald
Yeah.
to prove that you have experience.
True.
somehow this city trusts
I agree.
young people and gives opportunities.
Yeah.
So I think the city was very kind. Our relatives, family members, very kind to really recommend us, me and Smith, who actually per se didn't have any formal background in say fund management back then. Whatever we've built, we've learned through reading and all.
Okay.
So a lot of it is about a gratitude towards the city
Okay.
and the relatives per se.
That's so nice. I totally agree with you on the aspect that Mumbai is a city of opportunities, and whether you're young or whether you're old, if you deliver and if you're good at something, opportunities will come to you.
Yeah, definitely.
So, what research and understanding goes when you actually advise your client on wealth management? What is the process like? Say I come to you as a client. So, what is like? You can just walk me through exactly what you go about when you're. What's the research when you go in advising me?
Okay, so firstly, since we are advisors, there's a lot of background we need to understand about the client first,
Okay.
even before recommend you anything.
Okay.
And everything that we tell you to do has to have a rationale. So first, it will be about trying to get a bit of a history, then trying to understand your current life circumstances, where you are at in terms of your income level, any goals that you might have eventually, anything that you want to pursue. Basis that, there's a lot of risk profiling and suitability that goes down. And post that, we go about allocating funds in a particular asset class with what percentage. Obviously, there's a lot of conversation and dialogue with the client at that point in time. And there's a lot of to and fro. As an advisor, it's never like, hey, ये मेरा solution है, product है, आप ये ले लीजिए.
Right.
I can't do that. It's against the law. It's against the regulatory framework that has been set for us. It's all about the fiduciary duty being with the clients. First, understanding them, their, the willingness, the ability to take risk, their return profile, their return expectations, risk profile, return expectations, objective constraints, and then recommending something to them, and then making sure that it's well within those parameters of what has been discussed. So we need to maintain minutes of the meeting,
Okay.
of a conversation with a client.
Okay.
If an expectation has changed, we need to have it documented,
Oh.
and then make sure that changes are reflected and why have we made those changes.
Okay.
So advisory is a lot intricate, and in India is slowly picking up. I think in the last 5 years, a lot of people have made a lot of wealth,
Right.
and now are realizing कि अभी उसको conserve भी करना पड़ेगा, preserve करना पड़ेगा. पहले इतना wealth ही नहीं था.
Correct. हाँ.
Last 5 साल में जितना बना. So now it's all about the next conversation. That's when an advisor. And if you see globally, US and all, advisory is a far, far bigger and a greater pie of the entire wealth management landscape
Okay.
than what it is currently in India.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But and how do you price your services or for different clients? Is there any? Is it fixed sum? Is it percentage based?
Again, so we are allowed to do both.
Okay.
Fixed, and when I say both, fixed or percentage.
Okay.
Yeah, again, that's a regulatory framework.
Okay.
We can't cross that. So if I am, say, charging you fixed, I cannot charge you percentage, and if I'm charging you percentage, I cannot charge you fixed. So I
Okay.
cannot do a retainer
Okay.
plus percentage model.
Okay.
That's not possible.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, the regulator has defined it. The regulator has set limits for fixed also, and regulator has set limits for a percentage also.
What are the limits?
So for fixed, I think is 1.5 lakh per
Per-
year
Per year per client.
per client. That's it.
Oh.
Irrespective of the AUA. And if it is a percentage, it is 2.5% of the AUA, not AUM, because we cannot manage, we advise. So it's asset under advice.
Oh,
So
okay.
if I'm managing 1 crore for you,
Okay.
I can never charge you, say, approximately about 2.5 lakhs per year.
Okay.
That's the tops.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can't take any third party commission from
Okay.
anybody for any product because I'm advising you. So commission
Okay.
is not allowed.
So then, so is this like a volume game? Do you need to have like a lot of clients to make good money, or how does this business model work? Because 1.5 lakhs per client is not a significant
Yeah,
amount.
so I think I don't know the exact ratio, but a lot of us would be doing on the percentage term.
basis.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you see the industry, our industry operates on a 0.7 to 0.8 ARR. Okay, so that's the realization that we have. It never even goes to 2.5%.
Okay.
And that is why a lot of advisors work on fee only
Okay.
and don't have a profit sharing.
Okay.
Say for example, say your return goes to 40%,
Huh.
and then I hypothetically are charged 10% of the profits.
Right.
That's 4%.
Right.
I can't do because my limit is at 2.5.
2.5. Huh.
So now again, just for a conversation, say 100 becomes 140.
Hmm.
So I charge 4 rupees because 40 rupees is your return. 4 rupees becomes my share.
Hmm.
That 4 rupees is 4% on 100.
Hmm.
So that I can't do because my max is at 2.5.
2.5. Huh.
So I can't do. So majority of us as advisors do not go in profit sharing. Portfolio managers, which is a separate category, PMS,
Huh.
they have
Right,
no
right,
limit over there.
right.
They can charge a management plus
Yeah.
profit sharing.
Right.
For us, it is different because for us, I'm not always a manufacturer of the product.
Right.
I'm an advisor.
Right.
So I can go to manufacturers and tell my client that, hey, let's go to this manufacturer for this product. For another thing, we can go to another manufacturer. My affinity never lies with the manufacturer. My
Right.
affinity lies with the client.
Right.
So whatever my client, his or her risk profile suits it, we go and recommend or advise on that.
Okay.
And we charge the client transparently directly. And we don't get anything from the manufacturer.
But say someone who wants to get into this business full time, who's just freshly starting out, and with such regulations, how can they what kind of income can they expect when they're starting out, and how can they scale with time?
Okay. So, sorry, you asked that and I missed answering.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the flow you just...
No problem.
So what happens now, Sudarshan, wealth management as an industry बाहर से बहुत रोजी दिखती है.
हाँ.
But अंदर से it is people heavy. So it is OPEX at the start.
Okay.
Yeah. आप कोई भी wealth management firm you can go through. Say even your AMCs, asset management
Correct.
companies. I think today we would have around 48, if I may. I think 48.
More or less, yeah.
More or less. Close to 50% would be loss making.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a tough business, sir.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But because it comes with scale and volume.
Right.
And scale and volume in a trust business
Right.
takes time.
Right.
So you need to keep your costs in check big time. And you need to invest in technology.
Okay.
Because beyond a point, आप manpower पे invest करोगे, तो you will not have operating leverage.
Right.
So you need to invest in technology. You need to have your costs in check. But you need to be compliant also. Because it's about people's money.
Hmm.
And the regulator has a strict eye on you. So whether it is your advisory or maybe your AMC business, they turn profitable after a time. So it is a slow grind. So someone who has that kind of tenacity should get into this. And that is why I feel a lot of the industry people, if you go to see advisors, fund managers, have spent their careers somewhere at some wealth management firm for 15 years, became a name because you are the brand.
Okay.
Advisor is the brand.
Right.
Right?
Hmm.
I mean, today, Motilal Oswal, but people know Ramdev Agarwal.
Correct.
Because, or Berkshire Hathaway.
Right.
Warren Buffett becomes very critical.
Yeah.
So this is a very people-centric business. So you take that experience over there, and then you try to, use whatever you've built, your image, and start something of your own. So in the last 5 years, we've seen a lot of fund managers starting out their own PMSs or their own AIFs like Sunil Singhania,
Right, yeah.
Prashant Jain.
Yeah.
So because then you have a lot of equity.
Right.
Your name
Right,
stands
right.
for something, and
Yeah.
then you can leverage it here. But it takes a long while to become profitable because it is a thin margin. When I say thin margin, you cannot charge beyond a point.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a low margin, not a thin, low margin
Low
business.
margin business.
But
yeah.
then the operating leverage is big if you integrate it with a lot of trust over a period of time and technology. But it's tough. So
When you say operating leverage, what do you mean by that exactly?
So, say for example, today, irrespective of clients, I would need to have certain team members with me, say on the operational side, on the service manager side, or client relations side, compliance side. Now, even if I have one or I have 100, I would need them. But
Correct, yeah.
beyond a point, again, it varies for different wealth management firms, but there could be per RM 100 clients for an X firm.
Okay.
For an X firm, there could be per RM 30 clients if the clients are really big, very big HNIs and have a very high wallet share with that wealth firm.
Okay.
So, I need to hire today
Right.
for one client also.
Okay.
But then tomorrow, that 30 people, 30 clients can be served by that one person.
Correct.
And then if you go deeper, today you manage 1 crore, then it is a 2 crore, then the returns come in, say a year like 24, people doubled their money, most of us.
Right.
So it became 4 crores. Then suddenly that 4 crores, इंसान तो एक ही है जो हैंडल कर रहा है क्लाइंट को. Fund manager will add a few members in the research team, but then incrementally with more AUA, you don't add more people.
Right.
So the pace of change of returns or getting more AUA, if it is faster than the cost, your operating leverage kicks in. It's better to explain, say, a pharma plant.
Right.
I put a 100 crore plant. Today it is not yielding anything because I take some orders to come in. Then tomorrow I have orders, but my cost remains same.
Right.
Because I have already done the capital expenditure.
Right.
My manpower also will be the same only
Right.
because I can do only a 300 crore revenue from that.
Right.
But a 100 crore revenue, I might still break even, but at a 300 crore, when my costs incrementally don't increase at that pace, my revenue increases faster. That is called operating leverage.
Okay.
Something which increases my margins, increases my profits per se.
So since there are these regulatory limits, and if one wants to get profitable sooner, at what asset under advisory figure can they get profitable sooner? Is there any standard figure or number?
So it depends on the manpower size that you have.
Okay.
Right? And I said that the two biggest costs in this industry will be manpower and technology. So, and this might sound a bit audacious, but becoming profitable at times is a choice. It is. If you keep reinvesting in your business, in technology and manpower to get more clients, and yet you are not bottom line positive. I'm not saying unit economics. Unit economics, you need to be positive one day, otherwise you will die. You will have to keep raising money, keep raising debt, equity. But there are certain incomes in our industry which we get as upfront. And a part of it comes across the quarter and so on and so forth. That's for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah. So if there's a management fee, I would get it upfront, say like 2%. And then there would be a profit sharing which would be a delayed gratification. For example, for a PMS. So it's all about a cash flow. It's all about a cash flow at the end of the day. So margins or becoming profitable is a choice. If you want to build scale, all of us will have to really invest a lot. Because pre-2019, the costs were not that great. Why? Because the industry was not growing so fast. So the manpower cost was lesser. Something what happened to the IT industry in 20 and 21, the salary cost zoomed. Because everybody was working from home, there's a lot of demand for IT software companies and IT products. Same is for wealth management right now. The TAM is increasing. The addressable market is increasing big time.
Okay.
Lot many people want to now come to financial assets. If you go to say tier 2-3 towns also, and when the second generation businesses are coming in, they also now want to slowly reduce the real estate exposure because their fathers have been into that.
Right.
Land prices have shot up.
Right.
And then they want to liquidate that and put some money in mutual funds and stocks.
Right.
This is an example.
Right.
So this industry is going through a very different structural change. When that happens, salary costs rise because I was reading a data and I was aghast. In advisory, say if a person from my office is talking to a client and giving advice, that person has to be registered with SEBI as PAI, a person associated with investment advice.
Oh.
SEBI has to give me an approval.
Okay.
Okay. And across all our wealth management firms, there are only 1,300 RMs, relationship managers. Only 1,300.
Okay.
And we are talking at the mutual fund industry just of 70 lakh crores.
Yeah.
So that is a dearth of relationship managers in this industry. Because you take time to gain knowledge, you take time for the client to trust you.
Right.
Now the industry is so nascent, but the numbers are so big.
Right.
That there is a very big gap. So as founders, entrepreneurs or business owners, we are running on a treadmill to get a good talent on board.
Okay.
Because there are so many opportunities for client relations people right now. And if that cost is zooming up, then your break even will take more and more time. So at what AUA you will be profitable today would be very different than what your 2019 calculation or maybe your 2 years calculation also. Because the industry is still having a lot of tailwinds.
Right.
So it's a catching up game for us.
Okay.
But for me personally, it's a choice to be profitable or not. I would like to be positive on the unit economic side. But whatever cash flow that we are generating for the next 5 years, because the industry has such strong structural tailwinds and there's a lot of competition, will have to be reinvested back in some or the other way through technology upgradations, through more manpower, through geographical diversification, so on and so forth. So I per se would not want to look at being bottom line profitable, but be cash flow positive.
So, and when you say you want to reinvest in technology, what technology are you talking about?
So it's a very interesting and very important question. So until now, say अगर मैं कहूँ ना टेक्नोलॉजी, तो आप बोलोगे ओके चलो मेरा पोर्टफोलियो कैसे दिखता है, मेरे एसेट्स कहाँ है, इक्विटीज़ में कितना है, वो ही मुझे देखना है. एडवाइजरी पर से इज एज आई मेंशन दैट मुझे मिनट्स ऑफ द मीटिंग भी करनी पड़ती. सो ऑपरेशनली काफ़ी सारे प्रोसेसेस है उसमें. नाउ we were constantly looking out for a software that can really help me map, because I need to have a maintenance of records of 5 to 7 years as per SEBI if ever an inspection happens by the regulator, to show that why this advice was given to a particular client and what is the rationale behind it. So I need to maintain that record. So now that if I don't do it through a software, ultimately it's going to become bulky.
Right.
So if I have to integrate the back end process, now the front end is very simple. यार पोर्टफोलियो कहाँ है, कितना CAGR है, रियल एस्टेट में कितना है, कितना कैश फ्लो, वो पॉसिबल है. There are lot many softwares, but for the back end there are fewer softwares available. Now until that technology upgradation is not done, then I will have to have 2 more people to do my data maintenance and recording if I don't have a software.
Right.
So these kind of technology upgradations have to be done, otherwise your costs will balloon. Because the technology comes at a fraction of a cost of a manpower.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So it is an upfront cost, but it gets apportioned across. So then only that can give advisory scale. Otherwise, advisory को scale मिलना तकलीफ हो सकता है.
Okay.
Yeah. Only through softwares you can have scale in this business.
Interesting. So in your 10 years journey, like how has your financial journey been so far? Because someone who's starting out will have a very different way to look at break-even profitability compared to somebody who's already experienced. So what's your take on that?
So again, very honestly, serendipity, Sudarshan. And why I say this is, when we started off thinking of managing money on the public listed side.
Okay.
But 3 months into our venture, we came across something called as Pre-IPO. So somebody came to us and asked that, do you have shares of pre-IPO?
Hmm.
And ये like यार ये क्या होता है यार, मतलब लिस्ट तो नहीं हुआ है.
Hmm.
But young 25-year-olds, we were curious, and this is in November 2015.
Okay.
So we started digging in. समझा कि there is a market like this.
Okay.
It's a very small market.
Hmm.
And then through again the Gujarati community, through a relative, we got in touch with somebody at HDFC who happened to be back then the CFO of Pension Life and VP of HDFC Life.
Okay.
And we touched base, and he said, yeah, I'm looking to offload my ESOPs. And we were like, oh. Wow. And that's when we realized it's a good and a great market to be in, and not many people are there. And that's when we executed the first transaction, and we realized the potential.
Okay.
And that's a transaction business. Like today, you give me the money, I give you the shares. And there's a spread that we make. Now, that has been the cash cow for us to help us fund the wealth business.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And is there any regulation limits on that as well, or?
Again, so pre-IPO as per se does not fall under SEBI's permit as of SEBI's lookout or under SEBI's purview.
Okay.
The right word is purview as of now.
And so typically how much is the spread? Like say for example here the employee must have got the shares for 100 rupees.
Yeah.
And you sell it to the next person say for 120.
Yeah. So agree. Now, as the industry became more and more competitive, more players coming, a margin squeeze.
Okay.
Okay. At one point in time, they were 5%.
Okay.
Today, they're as low as 0.5 to 1%.
Okay.
Yeah, because now everybody is aware.
And how do you find these people who want to offload their ESOPs, or how does this market work? How does the IPO market work?
Great. So as I mentioned, through someone.
Yeah.
So your connects help.
Yeah.
Two, now that we are in this industry, a lot of things are inward. Things come to us.
Okay.
Third, at times there are shareholder data lists available.
Okay.
On public slides like Zauba, Corp.
Yeah, correct.
And you can download them.
Okay.
And then you download and then you can put out a feeler to them. So earlier we used to do, back in 15-16, we used to do it on a leaflet. So we used to send a leaflet on our letterhead saying we want to procure these shares. If you are interested, kindly contact us and put a post or a courier to those specific addresses. That was a manual work.
Okay.
Now there are so many softwares that give you contact details, email ID,
easily.
any which way, easily.
Yeah.
So now it's a different ball game. But उस time पे it was like how you would manually do things. So print करना, फिर उसको envelope में डालना, फिर stamp लगाना, and then उसको post करना, and then wait for the person's call that hey, I have these shares, I am looking to offload. So it was that way.
But since it's a pre-IPO and it's not listed, I believe it's called grey market, if I'm not wrong.
No.
It's not?
No.
Okay.
The grey market is very different.
Okay.
Grey market, I think the price changes happen just before the IPO.
Okay.
Assuming पे कितने पे खुलेगा?
हाँ,
100 रुपया है तो 130 पे खुलेगा इसे.
हाँ.
Pre-IPO is guaranteed allotment. Before the IPO, you can buy the shares for yourself.
How is the price determined?
Agreed. So that's a grey area. And when I say it's a grey area, not grey market. Why it's a grey area? Because it's an OTC, over the counter.
Over the counter.
So it's the buyer and seller are known. So take this as a real estate or a private equity deal. The buyer and seller are known to each other. They know what they are buying, right? And they want to they fix a price that this is the price I'm comfortable to buy at.
Okay.
Basis the qualities, basis the valuation. It is that kind of a thing.
Okay.
So maybe say you might buy a house at 1 crore. Your neighbor might think इसका value 90 lakhs
था, हाँ.
तो ये वो 90 lakhs के हिसाब से negotiate करेगा. कोई 80 भी बोलेगा, कोई 150 पे भी करेगा.
अच्छा.
Yeah. So today you don't have any index for real estate. If I have to look at a locality and say कि इसका क्या भाव होना चाहिए.
Correct, हाँ.
So it's just hearsay through brokers and all.
अच्छा.
Yeah. So our industry also operates on that kind of an information. But now everything has become so transparent. And there are some sites who even display the prices. That you can't make a crazy buck out of it only.
Achha.
Yeah, because some site will say 100 and you Google, and then if I tell you 150, you'll be like, "Arey, aap kya kar rahe ho?" It's not possible.
Okay.
Yeah, it's become pretty transparent. Google has changed a lot of things.
Interesting. So the people who are offloading these shares are usually employees who have ESOP, or who are the other people?
No, so at times they are minority shareholders.
Okay.
So let me give you an example. And again, all the companies that I'm talking about are not recommendations.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I need to just give that as a disclaimer from a SEBI perspective.
Yeah.
Just from an educational point of view.
Yeah.
Say a company like Hero FinCorp, which is an NBFC arm of the Hero Group.
Okay.
That I think got demerged from the main company. I think earlier it was known as Sagar Ratna.
Okay.
Then उसका नाम कुछ Hero Fin और कुछ हुआ and then Hero FinCorp हुआ. Now उसमें ESOPs was not a bigger percentage. उसमें bigger percentage was minority shareholders who got demerged shares of Sagar Ratna, who were holding Hero MotoCorp.
Okay.
The parent company.
Okay.
तो at times वो minority shareholders भी हो सकते हैं.
Okay.
हर बार ज़रूरी नहीं है ESOPs हो.
Okay.
At times, say NSC, National Stock Exchange, there are no ESOPs.
Correct.
When NSC started trading, there were no minority shareholders also. And when I mean minority, individual shareholders, I think if I'm not wrong, my memory serves me right, in 17 or 18, there were only 63 shareholders in NSC.
Okay.
Okay. And all were institutions.
Right.
So at times an institution is also selling.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
So-
why would an institution come through you, for example,
Yeah.
then go through probably some other institution which is like...
It is competitive.
Huh.
Yeah. So again, it depends on your might,
Okay.
your price, your ability to sell, your
Okay.
ability to offload and place it to the clients. All those really happen.
So
And
tough business this is.
it is a tough business. It involves at times counterparty risk. What if you agree to a deal and somebody flips? says a no?
That was my next question for you actually.
It happens.
Okay.
People renege. It happens. So that counterparty risk is there. Money risk is there because sometimes there are things where untoward circumstances or things happen, and then you have to go and ask for the money back, and then prices increase. So then you have to deliver and honor. So such kind of things are happening. So take this as a pure trading business. Okay. And where you have your set of clients, you have your set of people from whom you purchase. It has exactly those business economics as how a trading business has, because this is nothing but trading.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. So could you break down the various asset classes which are there in the market which people can invest in? Say like equity, debt, gold, real estate.
So I think, I mean,
I have covered it all.
You almost covered it all. And
Okay.
when I say covered it all, that's on the asset classes we focus on.
Okay.
But there are some. Okay. And world constantly wants new. And people will come up with something new. There is crypto. Now I don't know whether it is an asset class or an asset, because if I talk about Bitcoin, it is an asset. But when I talk about crypto, there are so many coins, and so then it is an asset class at the end of the day. Gold, again, metals forms. There is art, that is an asset class. I think this kind of more or less covers.
Okay.
There are antique things at times we can consider it as an asset class. There are precious gems and jewelry which are rare to find. At times people consider that as an asset class. So, but the mainstream, as you mentioned, are your equity, your metals, silver, gold, debt, fixed deposits, bonds, real estate in whatever form, be it physical form, electronic form, REITs is what I mean, so on and so forth. So these are what we operate in.
Okay.
But at times as the world changes, something new and new kind of keeps coming up.
Okay. And let's speak about these four asset classes specifically. What is the realistic return expectations which one should have considering each of these asset classes?
Very important question, and this is such a tricky question because everything can change with a time period.
Okay.
अब time बदल दो, return बदल दो.
हाँ. Okay.
So if you look at from the top of 2008 of Nifty, and if you look at the bottom of the Nifty in March 2020,
right,
you will look at a dismal 20-30% return, and that's like in 11-12 years. So it's all about that kind of a time frame period. But equities equity as an asset class per se is understood to be the best asset class for investment purposes if you get things right.
Okay.
So the expectation is, say, from a growing market, and I would not classify it as a developed market US or a growing market
Yeah.
or emerging market like
Yeah.
India and China, because China has not done for 20 years anything.
Hmm.
India is an emerging economy, but at times US has way outperformed India as well.
Right.
So if you look at a growing market where there are good opportunities on the equity side, you should be looking at 12-15% return, CAGR sort of a return.
Okay.
Gold has typically been in the range of 8 to 10%. Obviously, we all are going to be having a lot of hindsight bias, but from 15 to 20, what gold did is way better, is way worse than what it did from 20 to 25.
Right.
And there have been time periods of 1980s where gold has done nothing, in fact negative returns.
Hmm.
So if you look at a long period of time, 8 to 10% is a realistic thing you can expect from gold.
Okay.
And this is again, everything 10% is on the higher side, right?
Right.
Real estate data suggests 10 to 11%.
Right.
But say somebody who bought it at the COVID lows would have made X's.
Access. Yeah.
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 So again, time period comes in, but 10 to 11%.
Okay.
Over a course, as say maybe like a country like India, who wants to grow manufacturing, your debt cost has to come down. Returns have to come down on debt. So maybe we are looking at 6-7% right now, 5-6%, but that should keep on reducing.
Okay.
So debt is very relative because it's country to country. And who would have thought US one day we would see yields of 4-5%?
Right.
But that's a story right now, right? From 0.5%
Right.
to almost going towards negative territory is what all of us thought,
Right.
to now 4-5% today. So that is very relative to country to country.
Okay.
Real estate, you can say it can be region or overall, globally also, at times we can put out a CAGR.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you also mentioned earlier that there are certain kind of clients who are high net worth individuals. So what is classified as high net worth individuals?
Again, so all these things, again, you go from a country to country.
India specific.
वेल्थ मैनेजमेंट फॉर्म स्पेसिफिक होता है.
अच्छा. Okay.
हाँ, सो इट ऑल्सो डिपेंड्स ऑन आपके लिए क्या HNI है ना सर.
अच्छा.
से समवन लाइक अ वेरी बिग नेम के लिए HNI इज 500 crore.
Okay.
For younger companies like us, for us HNI could be a 50 crore also.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you, and why am I giving this is there are company presentations of listed wealth management firms. When you open them, everybody will have a different yardstick to
Okay.
tell you. But assuming that only 1 to 2% of India is wealthy, anybody about 20-30 crores automatically becomes an HNI. Because a large part of people do not have that kind of a income only hai.
Right.
वो net worth ही नहीं है.
Correct.
So I believe, say your ultra HNI and all can come in 200-300 crore bracket.
Okay.
But India is going to produce many people in the 10 to 200 crore bracket.
Okay.
These startups that are coming up, the ESOPs those people have got,
Right.
they are going to create the next wave of a lot of millionaires in the
Right.
country.
Okay.
From 10 to 200 crores.
Okay.
So that, in my opinion, can be called as an HNI category in a country like India.
Okay.
May not be true in China.
Right.
Absolutely not true in something like a US.
US. Right.
So is that sort of a scenario that yardstick keeps shifting country to country and wealth management firm to wealth management firm. It depends on the life cycle of the wealth management firm also.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what does wealth personally mean to you beyond financial capital?
I think for most of us it would be freedom,
Okay.
right? We all of us want to operate from a place of certainty. So where wealth gives you a lot of, if you have wealth, it gives you a lot of certainty. You know that you can for sure tomorrow take a vacation without flinching. For sure go and splurge on something if your heart tells you to. For sure give something to your family if they ask you to. So it is all about freedom.
Okay.
And that is ultimately why all of us are going ahead and wanting to acquire wealth. Beyond the point, obviously I'm yet to create that great wealth because I'm only 34. But whoever has created great wealth, if you ask them, money incrementally starts having lower margin
Yeah.
rate of utility.
Right.
यार इससे ज़्यादा कि भाई क्या ही कर लोगे.
हाँ. In fact, my next question was that only कि after what point does money stop adding value to a person's life?
I think that question is a lot spiritual and philosophical. Trust me, Sudarshan. It does not have a number.
Okay.
Because at times you will see people at say 40 crores, 50 crores, like I'm done.
हाँ.
नहीं करना.
Yeah.
And somebody at 1,000 crores say I want to keep going.
Right.
It's a lot to do with philosophy and lot to do with spirituality. At that point in time, what is your thought process and what is your circle telling you to? And because I say I have evolved. If you ask me at say in 2020, when we were in Korea, and I was talking to a friend of mine, and I said, यार बस हो गया यार 40 पे retire हो जाना है.
अच्छा.
हाँ. But if you ask me today, 5 years later, I don't want to retire at 90 also.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to keep doing what I'm doing.
Okay.
And it's not that something I was doing in 20, I'm not doing it right now, right? But at times you find different meanings to whatever you are doing.
Right.
And it changes. So today it's not a quest of wealth. It's a quest of creating a difference in the likes of the investors that we have.
Right.
Trying to create their wealth, trying to change their lives. So it is a very philosophical and a spiritual question. At what point in time you want to get done with or what you think is enough? Very honestly. There's no, sorry, the last 2-3 questions you have asked have been very vague, but I actually don't have very concrete answers and don't want to give a number just for the sake of it.
No, that's we want your perspective only. So thanks for sharing that. Do you what mindset shifts have you practiced or adopted with your relationship with money to make your relationship better with money?
So I think my first principles of money have actually not changed. They have remained the same of trying to earn more by building your capabilities or being frugal. So my relationship with money or how I look at it has not changed at all.
Okay.
One thing has changed is I wasn't able to spend more earlier, but now I've kind of started going towards spending slightly more.
Okay.
Than otherwise you would kind of associate with me maybe 5-10 years back.
Okay.
So that has been different. Another very important thing has changed on the professional side is, and which I alluded to earlier, is profit making is a choice. And if it has a color of my relationship with money, then money is ultimately something for which you need to reinvest that to keep building your capabilities. Whether it is on your personal side of reading books, taking courses, or it is on the company side of investing in where you think today it is a cost but actually is an asset. And it's camouflaged as a cost today. But that twist has changed, that I don't fret that okay, if this has to be done, let's take a plunge and do it.
Okay.
We will stretch ourselves in some or the other way, but this, if it has to be done, we got to reinvest that. So, and maybe that is like your confidence after 10 years you get that yaar kuch na kuch life mein ukhad lo.
And this is also maybe because you would have, in the last 10-15 years, you would have had some wealth built.
Yeah.
So to take on more risk.
Yeah, that obviously helps.
Okay.
Definitely. But that twist with money has also changed, that if you have to keep putting that wealth back in your company to grow it more, where I'm open to it.
Okay.
Earlier it would have been like a silo. This is my wealth, isko side mein rakhna hai.
Okay.
But for a young entrepreneur who wants to grow his company, and today we don't want to take external capital, this is a best way.
Best way to go
So
about it.
earlier it would have been a silo कि ये side में wealth है और ये rainy day के लिए.
Okay.
The mindset has shifted that rainy day ना आए इसके लिए ये invest करते हैं.
Wow.
हाँ.
Okay.
That has been the change.
Nice. So we have some commonly Googled questions for you.
Okay.
How much should a 30-year-old ideally should have saved and invested by now?
I think you and your audience are going to just kick me because I'm not giving definitive answers. But again, I told it's very subjective here. मतलब for somebody a crore would be amazing. For somebody who 5 crore would be less. And you see across our friends, there would be some friends of yours who are extremely contented in life.
Right.
And there are some friends who really have a lot of money but want, no, I will be still in the search of money.
Yeah.
Will still be finding an opportunity where they can make a buck.
Yeah.
So it is ultimately your relationship with money that determines that what is enough. And I have seen friends of mine, and again, a friend of mine who has supreme amount of wealth. And if you ask him, he will still travel in a rickshaw. And I'm talking about 1,000 crore guy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and he wouldn't mind traveling in a rickshaw. He's that simple.
Oh my God.
So,
Okay.
I mean, he does not even need to work,
Yeah.
but he works. He is as disciplined or even more disciplined than someone than I am.
Okay.
And he's in a similar business than like we are.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I think if you ask him कि क्या ज़रूरत है तो कुछ नहीं है. But it's at the end of the day, then it's about proving yourself also, and then trying to build something, an image of yourself also. So now he's chasing that. So, and he's again 34 years. And there are some friends, with all due respect, do not have the kind of wealth that me and my co-founder have, but they're still happy. I have never seen them crib or cringe about things, or even despise the fact that my co-founder and I have more wealth. And we still meet together, we still talk. They know what is our net worth and all, but it's a very normal conversation. So I think it's a lot to do with your relationship with money, and
Okay.
it's a lot philosophical. There is no certain number,
Okay.
because one thing I've realized that we humans are such that at one point in time कितना भी दोगे वो कम ही पड़ेगा. But एक दिन सबको एक realization होता है कि यार ये अब बस हो गया है.
Okay.
हाँ, you speak to a lot of 50 year old like
बस हाँ.
बस यार ये अभी मतलब यार ये अभी पैसे के लिए नहीं कर रहा हूँ मैं.
Okay.
If it gives me money, it's okay, but done with the
Okay.
twist of money.
And someone who wants to eventually get there where money doesn't matter to them anymore, like somebody who wants to be rich and wealthy, can they reach this by just investing in mutual funds standalone, or do they have to invest in direct stocks as well?
So firstly, I believe that this thing of money not mattering is actually a very wrong paraphrase that is being going around. That's my personal opinion. What doesn't matter to them is to chase money.
Okay.
And that's a different thing than money not mattering. Money matters to everybody, all of us.
Okay.
चाहे वो 10 करोड़ हो या 1000 करोड़, पैसा सबको मायने रखता है. But people stop chasing money after a point in time.
Okay.
Yeah, so young people like us would still want to do more and more things so that we have significant wealth. A 50-year-old would not chase money because he has. But does the money not matter to him? No, hell yes. Because he will have his responsibilities of his family. So it will matter to him.
Okay.
So money matters.
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Fair. Yeah.
For making that kind of wealth,
Yeah.
you need to go the disciplined way of allocating funds from a early age. And this is one thing that we all of us who are young need to learn. You need to start investing when you're in your 20s.
20s exactly, like early 20s, late 20s.
Moment you get a job.
Okay.
Simple. You get a job, you got to invest. It may be a 500,000. You have mutual funds who are doing 500,000.
Right.
Again, not a recommendation, but one of the best products
Right.
for
Absolutely.
someone to
I
start
agree.
early.
Yeah.
No brainer. There's so much of data available. Pick the best in the category for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Even if you put in 500, again, obviously your risk profiling suitability matters.
Yeah.
Just from a SEBI perspective, I need
Yeah.
to mention that. But it's a very simple product here. वो भी कर सकते हो.
Okay.
You start putting 1,000 a month, 2,000 a month, you will see the benefit. And I started investing very early from 22.
Wow.
And today I know that kind of the benefit I have got
Okay.
from that.
Okay.
And obviously, I got introduced to mutual funds later. I got introduced to stocks first.
Okay.
Everybody will have his or her own
Right.
journey.
Right.
But if you do it in a disciplined way, that's the way to create wealth. But you need to start early. It has to be. Term insurance and investing both have to start early.
Term insurance.
Yeah.
Would you want to elaborate on that?
So for example, a lot of times in our country, we try to club insurance as a cost. And what I mean by term insurance is you pay the premium every year, but the death benefit will be after you are no more and will be to your nominees.
Yeah.
So you don't get to use that. So people are like, अरे यार मुझे use करने नहीं मिल रहा है तो मैं क्यों इसमें पैसा डालूं? But it is the cheapest form of insurance, because what you would be paying as a premium is a fraction of what is going to come tomorrow to your family. And the beauty of it is, if you get it at the age of 22 or 25, obviously your income slab matters, but the premium does not change even if say your premium policy term is still 60 years. So for the next 38 years, if you take at 22, for the next 38 years your premium will not change.
Oh.
It will still remain the same. Your
Okay.
income would have changed.
Right.
Your net worth would have been different. But आपका premium change नहीं होगा, because वो fix हो जाता है.
Okay.
So that's the beauty of doing it early. If you take
Okay.
it at 30,
Huh.
it will be higher
Acha.
than 22.
Okay.
Yeah, because there are slabs.
Huh.
But then it will remain constant till for the next 30 years. As against your medical insurance, they can revise it every year because it's a contractual thing. So it's very different. So one has to have a term insurance to safeguard your family in the future. So term insurance and mutual funds, SIPs or investing per se has to start early, as early as possible, the moment you start earning.
But term insurance is somebody who's at 22 just starting with a salary of say 25,000, 30,000 rupees
Yeah.
compared to when they reach 60 and they would have probably taken a plan of say 50 lakhs as a term insurance. So that is not very significant considering inflation and stuff, right?
Agree.
Huh.
So how did I do it? Is from every year from 26 to 30, I made sure to take one term insurance as my income increase. I have not taken any fresh term insurance post 30.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can every year also start.
You have multiple term insurance basically.
You can have multiple, yeah.
Okay.
With multiple insurance companies.
Okay.
Yeah, it's absolutely fine.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
this is.
So as your income increases, you can increase your term insurance.
Okay.
And one fine day, when your net worth is sufficient for your family to have, you can stop paying the premium also, ना यार. But जब तक वो बनता नहीं
अच्छा.
है, तब तक तो pay करते रहो.
But how will one person determine कि ये net worth sufficient है family के लिए?
So agree. Now that's again a very question from your upbringing and your philosophy or your tryst with money, your family's choices. Say for somebody you have a term insurance of say 10 crores. Tomorrow after 50 years your net worth is only 100 crores. And 10 crores is not going to matter.
Correct.
तो बंद कर दो ना पे करना.
अच्छा.
Because lot of people HNIs then stop having a term insurance.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're like my net worth is enough यार. This
Okay.
was as a risk benefit.
Okay.
कि अगर मेरे growing years में अगर कुछ मेरे को हो जाता है तो then my family is dependent on my income.
Okay.
Now my wealth is only so much that I don't need it.
Okay.
But not all of us are blessed and privileged.
Right.
So
Right.
all of us are building.
Right.
So it really helps at the time of building where you secure the risk and your family person. And if I can just talk about one very beautiful concept in this, it's called MWPA, which is Married Women Property Act.
Okay.
This was created in 1873 by the Britishers as a safeguarding to the women of the family, where the husband can lose everything in the business. But if certain assets are under this MWPA, then they cannot be pledged or anything. So they belong to the women.
Okay.
And in 1922 or 23, there was an amendment where they allowed insurance policies to be put in this.
Okay.
So you just need to buy a fresh insurance policy, sign a document. Nothing. It's no extra charge. And tomorrow, if something happens to the insured, okay, and the money comes to the nominee, say for example 10 crore, no financial institution or government can have a right how much ever debt can be there in the business.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that in
Even
India?
today.
Oh.
But people don't know.
Wow.
Very few of us know it.
Okay.
And it's just a document.
And how should one go about getting this document and?
Your insurance provider will give it to you.
Okay.
Yeah. But the only challenge is two. One, you need to have a fresh policy. So you
Okay.
cannot do it from your existing. Two, your nominees can never change. So
Okay.
if you say allocated to your wife and 2 kids, for example, they'll remain that way irrespective of any outcome. Say you separated from your wife
Okay.
or you don't want to give it to this child. नहीं.
Okay.
आपने अगर बोल दिया कि वाइफ को 50, 2 बच्चों को 25, it will be followed that. But no financial institution or government can touch that money.
Wow, this is a very nice point which you shared.
Exactly.
Okay.
So these are some of the important things on insurance.
Okay.
So if you want to take risk in your business, you take एक इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी ले लो एंड आपके डेथ बेनिफिट पे टर्म इंश्योरेंस वहाँ डलवा दो तो आ जाएगा उनको और बिजनेस का डेथ बिजनेस में रहेगा.
Okay. Very, very nice point.
Yeah.
So we have some fact versus myth round,
Okay.
Which you have newly introduced.
अच्छा.
So higher returns always means higher risk. Fact or a myth?
The opposite is definitely true. No risk, no return.
Okay.
Okay. But higher risk may not always
Mean higher.
mean higher returns. That
Okay.
is what is my anecdotal evidence.
Okay.
But lower risk invariably 8 or 9 out of 10 times will mean lower returns.
Returns. Okay. And debt instruments like say non-convertible debentures, debt mutual funds, bonds are completely safe and are low risk investment options. Is it a fact or a myth?
Thank you for asking this question. And all of us think it is safe.
Hmm.
In 2021, I saw a video by a fund manager by the name of Anthony Didden. And he just said one line and that kind of changed my perspective about debt. He's like, debt is somebody's loan. Now, somebody's loan, will it be risky or not risky?
Ideally
If you
risky, yeah.
So, if you look at from that perspective,
Hmm.
debt is risky.
Yeah.
If you look from another perspective, that your principal can at times go to zero. बिकॉज डेट में कोई इंटरेस्ट पे डिफॉल्ट नहीं करता है. जो इंटरेस्ट पे डिफॉल्ट करता है टिपिकली प्रिंसिपल पे भी करेगा.
हाँ करेक्ट.
तो प्रिंसिपल स्टेक पे.
ओके.
एंड दैट ओपन माई आईज व्हेन आई सॉ इन 2024. सो उस दिन से मैं कभी नहीं बोलता हूँ कि डेट सेफ है.
ओके.
हाँ. आई नेवर लुक एट इट. आई सी डेट एज रिस्की.
Risky only.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe there is a psychological bias. We have all been intertwined to saying that that's safe.
हाँ.
But agar I put these 2 points to you, suddenly the meaning changes of
Ch-
that. It's
yeah.
somebody's loan.
Right. Yeah.
आप किसका लोन हाथ में लोगे? जो sound party है.
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
But then things change. Who would have thought COVID would have come?
Yeah. Real estate always appreciates in the long term. Fact or a myth?
All asset classes typically appreciate
In the long term.
But we can't generalize things.
Okay.
Yeah, because there are years where even an HUL has not done anything
Hmm.
for long periods.
Right.
And even real estate, Mumbai real estate
Yeah.
places, pockets have not done anything for
Yeah.
10 years.
True.
So we can't generalize it that way.
Mhm.
But typically asset classes go with an innate understanding that you have to appreciate for a longer term. But I have seen other side of it also. So what you buy, when you buy is very critical also.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't generalize it.
Okay. We also have some rapid fire questions for you.
Okay.
One money habit you swear by.
Irrespective of anything, 40% of
40%.
my income goes towards saving till date.
Okay.
Yeah, mutual funds, stocks, equities.
Okay.
It goes.
A personal finance book or a podcast you recommend.
I have not gone through a lot of podcasts on the personal finance side, but this book by Morgan Housel, Psychology of Money,
I love that book.
worth
Yeah,
it.
totally.
Everybody has to read.
I agree.
Everybody.
I in fact I just finished it 2 weeks back.
Wow.
Reading it this for the second time. Yeah.
You got to read his blogs also.
Yeah.
Collaborative fun. He writes amazing. Very few people can so lucidly explain such concepts. So
Yeah, I like that line of his that you can use money to buy whatever you want to, whenever you want to. It's the time which you buy. It's the freedom basically.
the freedom.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he says, right, wealth is that you can't see.
Yeah.
The rest of it is not wealth.
Yeah.
If you can see a car, that's not wealth.
Yeah.
Because somebody will have a lot more in the bank balance.
Correct. Exactly.
It's an assumption.
Yeah.
Yeah, wealth is what you can't see.
Can't see. A biggest myth people believe about becoming rich.
Becoming rich, okay. I think I'll have to think, but say मैं इसमें एक पूरा पैसा लगा दूंगा ना तो कल उठ के किधर और चला जाऊंगा. मतलब बहुत पैसा बना लूँगा. If
Putting all eggs in one
all
basket,
eggs in
basically.
one basket, yes, you can get lucky.
Hmm.
But more often than not, it doesn't turn out in your favor.
Okay.
So, or maybe some of the myths are in our market is to if. I think not to become rich, but obviously it's changed a bit. But अगर कोई शेयर प्राइस एकदम छोटा होता है ना,
Hmm.
5 रुपए 10 रुपए,
Penny stocks.
तो उन लोगों को लगता है कि उसमें ज़्यादा पैसा बन सकता है.
Multi-bagger,
5 का
हाँ.
50 इजीली हो सकता है,
हाँ.
बट 500 का 5,000 नहीं हो सकता.
अच्छा.
So I think that's a very important myth
हाँ.
that I have seen.
Okay.
कि हाँ रे 5 का 50 हो ही जाएगा ना, छोटा स्टॉक है वैसे.
Okay.
Price is lower.
The best investment you have made financially or otherwise as well?
I think otherwise I would say in reading books
Okay.
or marrying my wife.
Okay.
Because I think she really changed my life and perspective about a lot of things.
Okay.
And I really learn a lot. I think that's really non-financial investment good I've done.
Okay.
The time that I've spent with her.
Okay.
On the finance side, I think I bought one company in 2012. So it got demerged into two companies. I sold off one part, I think in 23 or 4, and one part I still hold. But that has been in all these years close to 65x
Whoa.
for me.
Wow.
The first buy.
Wow.
And a lot of it in the early years came out of ignorance.
Okay.
समझता नहीं था.
हाँ.
Then धीरे धीरे समझने लगा.
Wow.
So that knowledge helped me to stay put and not sell. But
Okay.
the early years, because of that ignorance, I made the investment.
Okay. Wow. Equity, gold, real estate, rank them personally for you.
As the way you said it.
As a same order.
Yeah.
Okay. What's something you wish every 25-year-old knew about money?
That you can make a lot more money by reading, writing, and thinking. And this is not just reading, writing, reading other people, but reading what you write and what you think, and then you pen it down, can
Acha.
make you millions. And this is what my mentor says. And 2 weeks back I was talking to him and he said there are a lot of millions to be made just by reading your own self
Wow.
and whatever you've written.
Sort of like manifestation, you mean?
Not a manifestation, but whatever you've learned, if you
Okay.
pen them down
Huh.
and you read them again
And again. You're
the
learning
world
some
may not
mistakes.
read it.
Huh.
Then also you will be somewhere else.
Okay.
Yeah. So we always feel there's a lot of money to be made when we read something else from others. There's a lot of
From
money
your own
to be
experiences.
made from your own experiences also. Because if you just pen it down, more or less we all have lived or got some similar 80% experience किधर ना कहीं है.
Right.
चाहे हम यहाँ हैं या कोई एक रिमोट एरिया में हो, हम सबने सेम तरीके के एक्सपीरियंसेस कभी ना कभी, मात्रा डिग्री कैन बी डिफरेंट बट वी वुड हैव गॉन थ्रू. सो ही and 2 weeks back he told amazing night I was talking to him and he says that there's millions to be made by just reading and writing for your own self.
Wow. What's one thing rich people do differently?
I think is my own personal view, but I have seen no indisciplined person being rich.
Okay.
And I don't associate discipline with just say your health, but discipline in terms of habits. Discipline and habit can be exercising, breathing, reading, whatever.
Okay.
But I have never seen, or actually two things. And this is again, the second part is where I kind of observe and see, but जो इंसान बहुत ट्रैवल करता है ना, वो रिच होता है.
अच्छा.
वो पैसे बनाने के बाद ट्रैवल नहीं करता, बट पैसे के पहले भी वो ट्रैवल करता है. एंड बिकॉज दैट इम्प्रूव्स योर होराइजन्स. एंड ट्रैवलिंग इज अ मस्ट. एंड आई हैव सीन अ पर्सन हु ट्रैवल्स, और एक्चुअली द ऑपोजिट, हु ट्रैवल्स लेस, वो कम पैसा बनाता है, बट जो ट्रैवल ज़्यादा करता है ना, वो बहुत पैसा बनाता है. बिकॉज ही कम्स टू नो ऑफ एक्सपीरियंसेस अदरवाइज यू वुडंट. Unless you say, I'm just for the sake of it, unless you go to Singapore or a China, you can't realize what Huawei is.
Yeah.
And Yes, there may be security concerns, but some of the things what Huawei is doing is something crazy.
Yeah.
So unless you know about that, and tomorrow if you want to bet on Huawei, how will you do it sitting in India?
Mm-hmm.
So I think no rich person doesn't travel, and no rich person is indisciplined. These are
Okay.
two things which I feel are you'll always see in a rich person.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's a lifestyle upgrade that's worth the money, and one that's not?
I think one which is not is at times material possessions become a center stage, and that happens to everyone because when you don't have wealth, when you create, you want to possess more.
Hmm.
But then over a period of time, you realize that's not worth it.
Hmm.
And what is the beauty of having money is, I think you can travel at your own will, wherever you want to, and stay wherever you want to. I think for me, that is one thing that wealth gives you. That whichever place you want to go, you can just go, chill, spend some time without thinking about, whether you're going to get your next paycheck or not, that sort of.
So it's worth investing in travel, and it's not worth investing in materialistic possessions, you mean?
I'm not saying it's not worth.
Huh.
It's worth
Okay.
because we all of us will want that. But
Okay.
as we transpire through that journey, we'll realize ultimately they don't make sense.
Okay.
But we will have to go through that journey to realize.
It's an eventual
It's
realization.
an eventual realization. But I
Okay.
would not say, so I'm not against anything that way.
Okay.
You need to have material possessions because you will have some wants. Yeah? Because you don't, if there's a dearth of something, you would want to do something.
True.
But at one point in time, there will be a satiation saying, yaar, ab nahi karna hai.
अब नहीं करना. We also have some everyday listener questions for you.
So many categories of questions. yaar.
This is the last.
No, please go. I'm enjoying it.
So, what are some simple, realistic ways to create side income even if you have a full-time job?
Not a believer in that.
Okay.
Yeah. No side gig, nothing. Whatever you're doing it,
Do it
100%.
full-time. Okay.
Big believer in that.
Okay.
But you need to invest. That's not a side gig. There's somebody else doing work for you.
For you.
So you need to invest. That
Okay.
can be the max side gig.
Okay.
But don't believe in दूध और दही में पैर रखने में.
अच्छा. One
एक
thing
कर
at a
रहे हो,
time.
एक ही करो.
एक ही करो. Is it actually possible to build wealth with a middle class salary?
My dad did it. Very much.
Okay.
Very happy.
Okay.
And he bought a house from it.
Wow.
That is success for him.
Right.
Started off, I think, with a salary of what, 500, 800 bucks back 45 years back. Did it.
Wow.
Today he owns a property in Mumbai where very few
Yeah.
people own.
Right.
होता है यार. Discipline. He
Discipline.
was disciplined. I told you ignorant.
Yeah.
And
True.
he was from pharma. So he bought Sun Pharma.
Okay.
Yeah, because he understood that.
Yeah.
And he made the most money in Sun Pharma.
Sun Pharma.
So actually I feel a lot of us
Hmm.
as entrepreneurs who are into the wealth field
Hmm.
may not have crazy edge because if they have to understand pharma, मुझे बहुत पढ़ना पड़ता है.
Hmm.
But someone like my father,
Father, huh?
he will to know the sector.
Yeah.
He says that conviction to bet and वो risk taking नहीं है उनमें
Huh.
जो एक entrepreneur में होता है.
True.
But जब आप वो क्लब कर देते हो आप पैसा बनाओगे. Even if he understands his sector and he puts in not just Sun Pharma, 10 companies, he will make money
Make money.
because he understands it better than me.
True. What's the easiest way to get started with investing for someone who's scared of losing money?
Mutual funds.
Mutual funds is the best way. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you do it lifelong also, तो भी कोई problem नहीं है.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you tell someone who says that I don't earn enough to save?
I think somewhere then there is a problem because if you don't earn enough to save, means you're spending at times where you shouldn't, and two, you not invested in yourself when you should have.
Okay.
Like we have so many examples. Like SoftBank's founder Masayoshi Son came from a very poor family, but read anything and everything that was at his disposal. So यार ऐसा तो कभी नहीं हुआ है कि आप if you read आज नहीं तो कर आप कभी ना कभी सक्सेसफुल बनोगे. आप ऐसा बनाओगे because आपका horizon, you will read so many ideas. किधर ना किधर तो बनाओगे ही यार. So then you've not done the basics right. So don't buy this argument.
Okay.
And म्यूचुअल फंड्स आर अवेलेबल एज लिटिल एज 500 bucks.
500 rupees.
So यार अगर आप 500 भी नहीं कर सकते हो, then there is a lot bigger problem. Obviously, very empathetic to the fact that some people have a lot of hardships, lot of responsibilities, but if you want to overcome them, you will have to some way invest. So either it is in yourself right now by reading and doing investments later on, then you choose investing in yourself today, so you go up the ladder in your profession, in your job, in your entrepreneurial journey, that way.
Okay.
Yeah, but we always have options, I feel.
Okay. And say if someone wants to retire early, say at the age of 45, which has also become like a fad now, what's your advice to them?
Never retire.
Okay.
I think not a believer in that. We humans have been created to build things. We need to build things.
Okay.
India needs people to work till 60 because we are still a growing country.
Okay.
We will have our time of retiring later on. But if you want to retire at 45, I feel that is the biggest damage that we will do to our brain by just sitting and not applying it. So not a believer in that.
Okay.
I think 45 के बाद retire वगैरह concepts, I told you I was in the same bandwagon, completely away from it. छोटा तो छोटा, you need to keep on doing things.
Okay.
And I have known so many people who have worked all throughout their life, and once they retired, in the next 2-3 years, either they were no more or they lost their mental ability because they don't know what to do.
True, yeah.
So यार वो अच्छा बहुत लगता है. But I read a very beautiful quote that as humans, we are got the ability to create. So when we consume more, we will get more depressed.
Okay.
So we need to constantly do things. Can be societal after 45, create a community, whatever you want.
Right,
but
right.
we need to apply our brain. There's no, for me, I don't believe in that.
Okay. So thank you, Kharanshu. This brings us to the end of the podcast. It was a wonderful time with you.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed. It's my second, so I'm still raw, I feel. But hope your listeners enjoy, and hope you enjoyed this 1.5 hours with me.
Absolutely.
But I really enjoy because I love talking.
Okay.
And thank you for giving me this platform. Really grateful to Strategic Pulse. And may you all go a long, long, long way in getting some unheard voices like us going to the right side of masses. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for watching this episode to the very end. If you found this episode to be valuable and insightful, then please like, share and subscribe to our channel, and let us know in the comment section below on how we can improve our future podcast. Thank you.